Welcome back to Diskydisk episode 34, recorded on the 23rd of August 2022. What are we talking about? Wait, you sorry.
Ircha and Ircha Gaming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is the wedding episode.
Very big wedding episode. I got married, so
that is all for today. Thank you so much for listening. And we will see you next week.
There's a lot of gossip. We give you all the details of what happened in my wedding, where you screwed up, and your feet. And I mean, there's just so many things. All the traditional wedding things, and the man in the second floor.
The man upstairs.
The man
not
upstairs.
God. Yeah, not God. But just
Not
there was
regular.
a man upstairs. Yeah.
You're gonna have to listen to the episode
Yeah.
to figure out what we're talking about. But fun story, fun times.
The man upstairs, not God. TM.
There's not only wedding things. We also talk about video games, like a little bit into played lately.
I mean, I think at this point we can pretty much say that this was just the wedding.
Just
and
the
nothing
wedding
else.
episode, true. But I gotta say, I have a good idea for a video game, actually, in this episode.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea. So listen to
Okay.
that. Enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Enjoy it. Come on. Ja, barn. De ska gå i barnhagen i lag. Ooh.
Ooh, Overwatch. Ha.
I was about to say welcome back to Diskydisk, but it's not welcome back to Diskydisk at all.
Feedback from last week's episode, just to have that done.
Yeah?
I found a few funny comments. Let's see what I mean. What?
Okay.
Let's see what do you have here.
Yeah.
Wait, Angel Shell every week.
Well, we have some people who are very avid commenters, which I love.
I love it too. Okay, you are wife material. You tidy the house. Quote from Tiny Hats. Tidy hats. I mean, it says
Tidy
tidy
hats.
hats. Cute.
That's actually kind of good. Tidy hats.
Okay, and we asked last time. I don't think you remember this, but we asked,
No.
what do you do?
When do we do?
What, what do you do when you listen to Diskydisk? And someone actually listened to what we said and replied. Okay,
Mhm.
so Sarai Ebenezer, sorry,
Sam.
says,
Sorry.
sorry, I listen to this podcast on Spotify when I go for my daily walk. Problem with that is you girls are hilarious and I end up laughing like an idiot, so people give me funny looks. Thanks, she says.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're very welcome. Okay, so Robert PH says YouTube in the car. So he listens to Diskydisk with YouTube in his car.
Why YouTube? Why not something else?
Maybe
I
his
mean, I
car-
don't.
What? Maybe his car is one of the fancy ones that has YouTube in it. Wait, what?
Built-in YouTube in his car. His second Tesla.
I know, right? Okay, and he says, also loved the vlog and the thumbnail of Tiny Hats smelling the cat. Yeah, that thumbnail. Cute.
What thumbnail? Oh, the vlog thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Marshall Miskin says, listening now while doing a second playthrough of Persona 4, which is a JRPG that you don't play.
Okay. Okay.
Other
The
than
last week's
that-
episode feels so long ago because so much has happened since last
I
Tuesday.
know, right?
So, it
So
feels
many
longer
things.
than normal. It feels like it's been like 2 weeks since we did podcast.
You know,
but...
I had the same thought.
Yeah.
I actually had to check, like, what?
Was it actually last week?
Was it? Otto Metal Cake says, I usually listen on Apple Podcast, but come to YouTube for commenting. I come also to YouTube for commenting.
I come also
True.
to YouTube. For commenting.
True. Yeah, there were a lot of comments. Have you read them?
I mean, I would want to say, yeah, I did last week, but this feels like it was 2 weeks ago. So I know I'm
True.
gonna say,
True. So that was my feedback.
yeah, good stuff.
Good feedback.
Yeah, good straight. Like,
No.
there wasn't really a lot on Discord either, or well, there wasn't a lot of there. Huh?
What?
There wasn't a lot of feedback on Discord either. was the words I was trying to get out.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
Yeah.
Nobody
Quite
cared.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Who cares, right?
Yeah, same. But this week, everybody's gonna care.
No one is gonna care.
I'm gonna care.
You're gonna care. Okay, so this is the big wedding episode, I guess, then.
Da, 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 da.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you need to talk about it? Do you have some burning questions?
We should just talk about everything. Talk about everything.
Okay, cool. So in short, Ircha Man and I, we got married last Saturday. Yes. Wait, what? Already having troubles remembering my wedding day. You know, when we got our wedding rings, was it you that said, wait, you don't have the dates inside of the ring, you know, printed into the ring, to the inside of the ring. And I'm like, God damn it, we are gonna forget this.
But because you don't, right? It just says your names.
Yeah, and an inside joke.
Yeah. You probably really should have put the date there. That would have been the smartest thing.
It's so us to forget dates.
But yeah, it was on Saturday. It was good stuff.
Yeah, the day started with us arriving at the hairdresser, which is now up on Reels on Instagram, which you hate. I hate it. It's gonna come in the full version on YouTube.
I know, but it's so I hate Reels. They're so stupid.
But you know, I have 4 hours of raw video material of my own wedding that I don't know. It's gonna take weeks edit that.
It's gonna take weeks edit that.
Excellent. You know, and Consoler Cousin was there. And you know what?
I thought that was the whole story. You were like, a Consoler Cousin was there.
You know what? And the not Consoler Cousin was also there. I want to say this. She wants to be called Apple Cat Cousin from now on, but I'm gonna continue to say not Consoler Cousin.
Because it doesn't make sense. Apple Cat, because that's her like internet name, right? Applicata in Norwegian. Yeah. But Apple Cat doesn't sound right because Apple is a global brand of shitty electronics. So what the hell is an Apple Cat? You know, it makes more sense in Norwegian as a name that doesn't have any affiliation with Apple. But you know, she
listened to Diskydisk. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Anyways, she started a new YouTube channel. She wanted me to shout her out. Anyways, on to the wedding.
A new YouTube channel? She already has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, she made a new one.
Oh, why?
Maybe it's a meme where they look, I don't know.
What?
The wedding.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What do you want to say about the hairdresser?
I was wondering because here in the Diskydisk document you've written, because I didn't, written a wedding story, haircut, etc. And then I added haircut ? What in brackets? Because who had a haircut?
Who had a haircut?
Nobody.
Wedding story. I didn't write that.
I didn't write that. I wrote haircut ? What? Because what? Confusing. What? Haircut, etc. Nobody's gotten their haircut. Patrick got his haircut, but that was last week before last week's podcast. So why that would be there, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you couldn't grocery shop because he had a haircut. That made no sense.
That's why.
Remember that?
I know. That's why on Diskydisk Day we had to go shopping on Diskydisk Day. That's why I was so slow coming to the recording last week.
That's why.
So he had a haircut Monday last week. But why is this still here? Because we've had a podcast in between that. Plus, why would I want to tell Diskydisk about Patrick's haircut? I don't understand why. I didn't write that. You definitely wrote that.
Okay.
Wedding day. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. No. How did you feel?
How did I feel on your wedding day?
True. Yeah.
I felt great.
It was so exciting though. You know what? I wish we had a wedding every day. Every day.
To be honest, it was really fun. 10 out of 10 would do again.
Absolutely. I hope people get inspired. Hinting at you. No, like I hope people will more often get married because fun. So much fun, and it isn't hard work. Now I've done it all. You know, the planning, and you were there setting up the place, the house, and all the things. It wasn't difficult. Any of it, really.
Yeah.
You know, when you Google like wedding preparations and stuff, people make it out to be like this huge thing that you need to plan 12 months in advance, whatever.
I mean, to be fair, you got away with some stuff that you didn't have to care about at all.
What? Like what?
Like the food, for example. Normally it's like a whole thing. You have to plan like what's going to be served and who's going to eat it and how much is it going to cost and whatever. Because like most people don't just like have a family friend say, hey, I'll fix the food, and then they just show up and there's just magically food and nobody has any idea what it's going to be. Normally people who get married have to have a degree of control over that, and apparently that is an annoying thing to do. But I've never gotten married. This is just what I've heard.
Yeah, a friend of the family, Dolle, he was such an MVP that day. I'm sure he was in the kitchen for 10 hours on my wedding day, just working, sweaty working. I couldn't thank him enough, really.
Yeah, I almost said the same.
And he made vegetarian food for you guys, and he made
almost everything he made was vegetarian that didn't have, or vegan or vegetarian, except for the stuff that was very obviously meat. But everything else there was no sneaky meat or fish in everything else. Yeah,
and I recommend this, doing a buffet, so that people with the allergies looking at me, whatever that sort of allergy may be, or being vegetarian or not, you could choose your own sort of dish with all of these dishes set out on the table like that.
Yeah, that's how a buffet typically works. Yeah.
So good. So good. Who came up with that? Such a buffet.
Don't know, should we Google that?
But it was actually a really good
the buffet. Let's find out.
Buffet.
The all-you-can-eat restaurants were introduced in Las Vegas by Herbert Herb Cobb McDonald in 1946.
McDonald?
That cannot be that must be the buffet as in like in a restaurant sense, but like the actual like real buffet. They had buffets in ancient Greece, I'm sure.
But did you say McDonald?
Yeah.
Is that the one that I'm thinking about?
I'm not sure. I'm now Googling.
Are we going to credit the clown for the buffet?
No, it's an early 18th century French word.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that it wasn't McDonald's. Okay, anyway.
Cute.
Not the point.
Food was good. It was good.
The food was good.
You know what? We have had so much leftover cake that I've been eating cake for 3 days now.
The thing about the food though, it went too slow. When you get married again, you should streamline that process, because Patrick was on the like furthest back table sort of thing, or like front, or depending on how you see the room.
If I get married again.
Yeah.
Cute.
Because Patrick had a lot of filming and picture taking and stuff to do, so when he had time to sit down and eat, his food was already cold, and I was like, well, that kind of sucks. And he was like, well, no, I mean the guy who was sitting also at his table also had cold food, and they went and got their food, as soon as they were allowed to, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
So the food was already cold when it was their turn, sort of thing.
We should have had 2 buffet tables then, maybe.
Up on the first world table though, the food was warm and it was good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, that we were supposed to do this from start to finish.
Okay, you go.
What? What?
Okay, we went to the hairdresser at 10. We got my dress on at 12, I think. Or more than that.
It was like, no, you were still doing your makeup at like 20 past 12.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah. And you know what? I got a comment saying it's a good thing that you decided to do your own makeup, because usually people end up not looking like themselves on their wedding day because they suddenly get someone else to do their makeup. And you will look like totally someone else. You will look like McDonald.
I think
a whole other person.
Probably an exaggeration, but yes, I understand the sentiment.
So that we look like ourselves.
Because we should tell the story about that we were late, right? Or you were late.
I was late to my own wedding. The priest said I was the first late bride this year.
Really? Did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, because the priest was waiting outside of the church with the Ircha man, and not consoler cousin, apple cat cousin. She was also there because she was waiting for the SD card that I was gonna put into her camera.
Yeah.
And Ircha man told me this, that the priest said that. I was the first late this year. But he said also...
Oh, this year, not ever.
This year, not ever.
Okay, because I thought you meant ever, because that would have been bad.
There has been worse than this, than me, I guess. What? Okay, so we drove up to the church, excited, packed me inside a car with a big dress and all of that. And I'm like, where's my bouquet?
I don't know. Where is it?
dot, tiny hats.
Yeah.
Where was my bouquet? Cute. That was such a cute reaction. Yeah.
Because what happened was the situation, and I do take the blame for this, but when your sister drove you to the hairdresser and me and Patrick drove to the hairdresser, we met there at 10 o'clock. You got out of the car, we got out of the car, we were going to go inside, and your sister was going to a different hairdresser. So her sister gave me the bouquet, like it was like wrapped in plastic and like paper, so it stayed wet and whatever. I needed some cutting, and her sister was like, okay, here, see that you take this, and this is now your responsibility. Make sure this gets like cut and fixed and everything, and like plucked the dead leaves and whatever. This is now your responsibility. I was like, oh yeah, sure, totally.
Totally, dude. Totally.
And I forgot it. I forgot the whole thing.
Yeah.
I forgot.
But it was fine. We just drove down and got it. But that added like 10 minutes, I think, because traffic. Yeah. Because
we were like almost at the church. We could almost see the church.
Yeah, there's a huge festival in our city at the exact same time. So and a lot of traffic. So it took some time. But anyways, we arrived at the church. We did the first look that you want to do. And Ircha Man was speechless. He was so cute, so handsome. All cute. black.
Why wasn't that on Reels?
That's coming. That's the next reel. I'm making 3 reels. I
hate reels.
But that is just something to upload while I'm working on the big ass
It's so
video.
Cheap. It's just like, why not just wait with the anticipation for the big reveal video? What?
I have no followers on Instagram. No one is gonna notice.
I notice.
Oh no.
I'm gonna unfollow you on Instagram.
300 views sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, whatever. But also another thing, what was really that, because we haven't talked about this, but what I thought was really fun, a fun part of the day that's totally underrated. What I liked?
What?
When we eventually made it out of the hairdresser, you were in your dress and the whole thing, and your sister was getting the car to pick us up. We were on the street and you were in your giant wedding dress, and everybody who walked past was like, bride, look at her. Oh,
that was so fun.
That was because super fun.
How often do you see a fully brided bride in the street?
Yeah, just on the street.
Maybe a lot in bigger cities, but not in this city.
I can't remember ever having seen a bride like on the outside a church, sure, yeah, but like never like on the. I've never caught a bride between the hairdresser and the car, because there's a very small moment of time.
Yeah, that's such a moment. True. That was fun.
That was fun. I thought that was super cute. Everybody was looking, and like people who walked past were like, oh, congratulations, oh, you look beautiful. I was like, oh, this is so fun.
So many people because of the festival. Crowded city this weekend. Okay, so what do you think about the church? You had, was it last week? You said, oh no, I'm gonna trip and fall, I'm gonna do this and that.
Yeah, but then I didn't.
None of that happened.
None of that happened. Yeah, true.
What's gonna happen? It went perfectly. Wow.
Well, sort of. I mean, because Ircha Man's Ircha Man's best man wasn't there for the rehearsal, so he wasn't in the right spot. So when I came in, we were late and you were outside still, and like me and Patrick were gonna go inside and I was gonna sit in my little designated spot, I come in and he's not there, and I like turn around, I like look around the church like, where is he? So I asked like Mikael's mom on the front row, I was like, Andreas.
Cute,
because it was so like churchy and quiet and whatever, like they're just like everybody was so sitting there completely quietly and weird, and I was like, go down, Andreas.
Yeah, I know.
And Ircha Man's mom was like, he's right there, and pointed, but obviously one of Ircha Man's brothers is called Andreas, so that's who she pointed at, and I was like, "Nein, Andreas."
That's not the one.
Yeah, the other one.
There were 3 people with the same name in my wedding, so the seating charts, I had to include their last names for those people.
Yeah, but he was just sitting on the church bench, and I was like, come here. we're supposed to be up there. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah, cute.
And then we went up there, and then we got to the chair, and like we were like standing there, and I was like about to sit down. He was like, aren't we supposed to stand? I was like, no, I don't think so, not until they come in.
You're such a maid of honor.
Yeah,
such a maid. Yeah,
I was
my
directing.
servant.
Yeah, and then I gave him the rings too. I was like, there's a little bag inside with the rings. Just hide the box.
Stop.
Because it was like a huge box.
With a whispering. Oh no.
While we were in church, everybody was sitting there super quietly. We had to like,
You know, neighbor Stefan and Raimond, they were sitting in the back, and neighbor Stefan said that you walked into the church like you had not done anything else in your life, you sort of thing. Very confident, nose up, walking straight past them, doing your job. He said it was you were good.
Why did they say this? In what context did this come up?
I talked with neighbor Stefan. Was
yeah, and you asked him how was when she walked into the church.
No, this was just something that he said because that was an impression of that was what he got from the entire day. That was everything for him.
Yeah.
You walk there very, very confident.
Yeah, good.
So confident in the church. You're like, yep, I do this every single day.
Well, I had been thinking about it a lot, because I was scared I was going to fall. And I was right. You remember when I was like having my crisis thought moment,
Yep.
And I was thinking about everything that could go wrong. I was like, because you're going to be outside and I have to like sneak in and go to my place and sit down. And I'm going to open the door to the church and everybody's going to turn around and look. They're going to be like, oh, something's happening. And they did. Everybody, I opened the door and they were like,
You were the one that opened the doors.
Well, yeah, but everybody looked.
Because I didn't see who opened the door because I was sort of busy at the moment.
Well, I mean, yeah, I just opened the door and walked through. What else was I going to do? I can't teleport.
And then you teleported to the front.
I just fast traveled to the front of the church.
Mage blink.
Yep. Mage blink, exactly.
So cute.
Yeah.
No, walking up the aisle, that is such a walking up the aisle, such an event. I highly recommend. That is something that you don't get from an office wedding, I suppose I can say.
I think almost everybody got emotional when you walked up the aisle though. Like, because I had a good vantage point, I could see you and everybody, everybody was a bit like, oh.
Just for that part, I highly recommend it. I mean, you can do that on the beach. You can do that anywhere, as long as you have an aisle to walk, because that is such a moment. A lot of people just do it in an office. There's no aisle. Do it for the aisle, because that was the moment. I got moved. Yeah, sort of teared up a tiny bit on the inside.
Everybody did.
Yeah, everyone cried.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
That was when in the church I didn't cry, but that was like super almost. And then when you said yes in like this super like cute shy way that you said yes, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Ircha Man was like, yes.
It was like it was like a short stop. Yes, it was like, yeah.
Everyone heard it in the entire church. Yes. And in Norway you have to say 2 yes. We don't say I do, we say literally yes. Like yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Yeah. And I felt like I had to nod my head because the look that the priest gave me was like, are you sure? And then he was like, okay, let's move on. Next question. Blah blah blah. Do you take blah 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 in sickness and in health? And I'm like, and I corrected myself a bit more on the second yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say, that.
I said better on the second one.
I said yes. And that was cute. And then we got the rings, and it was so cute. I love the ring.
I had like a terrifying moment though there when you got the rings, because you had the box with it's like a big, not like people are only, they can't see what was there, but like not like a little jewelry box, like that you keep rings in. It was like a bigger box, like a big jewelry box sort of thing. And inside this boxy box was a little like jewelry bag that the rings were inside, right? And I hadn't like checked if they were there, because you had the box. LOL. And you were like, okay, the box is there with the rings, grab that, you know. But I hadn't like opened it at the hairdresser in the car and been like, okay, are we absolutely sure the rings are here? Because I was just like, you were like, they're in the box, so let's just bring the box.
Imagine the cringe if they were.
I know. I had a terrifying moment because I gave the box to Andreas and said, there's a little bag inside with the rings.
Of course you did. That's how you talked the entire day.
And so he opened the box and the bag was inside there, and he was like, just kind of like, what do I do with the box? I was like, just hide it under the chair.
I think you guys were so good.
And then he put it in his pocket. But like when the priest was like, blah, 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 time to exchange rings or whatever, Andreas came forward with the rings and took like the little bag out of the thing. And then he obviously had to like pour the rings out of the bag into his hand.
Yep.
And he was struggling a little with the string to get it like properly open. And he like started like pouring it into his hand. And I didn't see anything come out. And he like made eye contact with Mikael, and Mikael looked at him and you looked at him and everybody was looking at each other. I was like, the ring's not there.
Oh my god.
But they were. It was fine. But I did have a little like, holy shit. What if the rings aren't there?
Holy shit.
Because I hadn't checked, and I was like, in that moment, I was like, that was probably my fucking job.
How many more places are you gonna screw up? Kidding.
But they were there, so it was fine.
It was fine. We got the rings on, we turned around, blah blah blah. It was such a wonderful ceremony. I loved the priest. Such a priest. Recommend.
Cute.
He is a priest with a sense of humor, you know.
Yeah, he was super cute.
Yeah, and then
cute.
we turned
he was
around.
An old guy, but you know.
We saw all the people crying and sobbing and wiping away their tears and stuff. Everyone was so moved. And that is the feeling that I wanted people to have, you know. Both my family and his family are meeting for the first time. Well, sort of. They met later, sort of thing, because several of them hasn't met ever. We've been together for 8 years, but what the hell?
Lol.
Lol. But it was such a moment. And then we kissed, and then we walked down. And you know, I've been watching the wedding video. My freaking underskirt, the umbrella situation,
you know, the
lampshade situation under my dress, that had slided down, sort of thing.
Slid down, but yes,
slided
down.
It definitely slided. And we walked to the church entrance, and everyone was standing in front of us taking pictures and stuff. And god damn it, I'm gonna show you the video when that video is published. I'm gonna show you. For the love of God, no one noticed.
I know, because I was struck, because I saw when we were outside afterwards taking pictures, like that lampshade came out quite a lot, sort of thing. And that's why
as it does.
That's why I was always running around fixing your dress. Everybody was like, okay, they're ready, pose, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, I know, freaking lampshade.
Trying to fix it, but like as soon as you moved, like as soon as you just turned like, you know, 10 degrees one direction, it came
I know
again.
Because it was a bit too big for me, actually. It slid down on my hips, sort of thing. It's supposed to be up on the waist, sort of thing. Actually, it should have been under the corset part of the dress, but whatever, it's done.
We can't go back now.
You know, but we're giving tips and tricks for your next wedding.
Okay. Maybe if you had worn the smaller lampshade, it would have, you know.
Yeah, but I wanted a big lampshade.
For anybody not in like completely aware of what this is, the lampshade, as we have nicknamed it, is like the underskirt, like that it has like wires in it. Kind of looks like a hula hoop with mesh in between it, like several hula hoops stacked.
Think Elizabeth Swann in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
It makes the whole poof go poofy.
Yeah. I went with a sort of princess dress like that with a corset.
So pretty.
You know, waist, freaking lamp. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so outside we took a bunch of pictures. Did anything funny happen at this point?
No, but actually right before, because you know it's not part of the Norwegian marriage ceremony to like you may not kiss the bride. So like what you did is like after the ceremony, blah blah blah, ready to leave, you walked up to like the front of the steps and then you kissed there and like stood there for a second so everybody could like, you know, look at you or whatever before you walked out. You know, and me and Andreas were behind you. Obviously we had to walk out after you. And like we were sort of like we was standing obviously, and like Andreas was sort of like stepping like ready to go. I was like, this guy in kunstpause first. And he was like, okay. So what? you know artist break artistical art break. I don't know. You were gonna stand there for a second and be beautiful.
Yeah, because you know what? My uncle, who is a professional photographer, I know he was Snorri is biting me. He's playing on the chords. Oh, cute cat. But anyways, Snorri da. He wasn't going to bring a camera and take pictures at all, but he ended up doing it regardless. So that was a fun time. He's gonna send all the professional wedding pictures.
Yeah,
sorry,
I was just gonna ask.
No, not to say that Patrick was not professional.
I
think it was very professional. But anyways, I'm getting a second batch of pictures sent to me.
Oh yeah,
you know, sort of thing.
Outside was mostly just like chaos of pictures. It was just like pictures over here, pictures over there, pictures over here.
I know, it was chaotic.
We never got around to getting a picture with you, me, and Ircha Man and Andreas, like the maid of honor, best man, and the two of you.
It was too chaotic.
It just kind of got lost in like all the other stuff that was going on.
Yeah, because when we step out of the church, everyone follows along, and then there's the huge line of congratulations, thank you for coming, blah blah blah, you know, hugging both of us. So that situation took, I guess, 15 minutes alone, just that, thanking people for coming, sort of thing. Anyways, good transition stuff. And then we will go over to the party.
Yes, party time.
Because freaking Zoom gives us 6 minutes left. We are not upgrading to Pro anytime soon.
I think we should, but
I'm just gonna have this said. This is gonna be such a wedding episode. We're going to try and sneak in some other topics later. But anyways.
Why? I love this topic. This should be the entire episode.
The entire episode, my wedding. Our wedding.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so we arrived at the place. The house that we rented, such a house. Very happy
after your sister got lost once.
Wait, what? She did?
On the way, yeah. And when you were driving first, like you and Mikael were in your sister's car, and me and Patrick were following you. You know,
she got lost.
Yeah, and we just like we just literally, because we were gonna be there, so that we were there when you also were there. So we
that's because they have reorganized some traffic, all stuff, roads.
Yeah, there's roadworks and stuff.
Roadwork, yeah.
But at one point, you just kind of came to a dead end. You had to turn around. I was like, where's she going?
Cute.
It was funny.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, we were just following you, so
I was just in ecstasy, you know. So happy.
Good.
So happy. So we got to the house. Fun times. Pictures.
Well, you say house, but this was like a, what would you call this? Like
remember when I went to got the keys for the house that I'm renting?
This is the best story.
Yeah. I'm into the office, and this is some days before the wedding. I got the key, and they are saying to me, handing over the key, and say, "Never mind that guy in the second floor." I'm like, what? What? Okay.
And they just didn't explain it any further. That was it, and it was just.
Never mind the guy on the second floor. What?
Because this building is like sort of like a really ancient like wooden estate sort of house that they've turned into a function house. So there's like a big kitchen and like a room that you can have, for example, a wedding party and whatever. And then, you know, so it's like an old ancient historical house that the church owns it and uses it for, you know, Sunday church coffee and weddings, I guess.
Yeah. And then I told this to you and my sister, like, I think there's a guy on the second floor. They said so. And you guys were just laughing in my face and said, I think that's a joke that you just didn't get or something.
Yeah, they must have been joking, right? They must have just been like, because it's an old house too. They would have just been like, oh yeah, don't mind the guy in the attic, lol.
LOL. But turns out there was a guy. So what? There was a guy.
There really was a guy.
And I'm like, after talking about this for several times, I'm like, I was correct. There was a man, a guy
living upstairs.
Yeah, he was a construction worker for the church that we didn't marry in. Wow.
He was an architect.
There you go. And he just stayed there because there were apparently rooms up there that people could stay
so weird. Because we were just like, lol, that's totally a joke. They must have just been like, trying to have some church humor.
Lol.
And then excellent. It was because when we were on Friday, when we were finished setting up, he came, to the house. He was going upstairs to his room, I guess. And then we were just standing outside, and this guy came in like sort of worker clothes, and he was like, "Hi." Lol. It's just so
mega lol. Also upstairs, there's this ancient library that really smelled like an old library. That's where we changed, you and I. I mean, I did. You didn't change. No. I had one outfit change. Wow. But I sort of had to, because the lamp business was too much for me, for an entire day.
Yeah, I think that was really, you would have really regretted it if you didn't have a change of dress, I think. Because moving around in that princess dress in like where the dinner was and stuff would have just been awful.
Awful. I couldn't do anything in that dress, basically. So I changed into something light and sleek. What?
Slipped into something more comfortable.
Slipped into something, and I loved that dress too. I love both of my dresses. They were good.
Yeah, cute.
Okay, so we had 44 guests, which I find to be the perfect amount, really.
Your favorite number? 44.
Forever now. No, it was just perfect amount. Or and it would be where we didn't have seating for more, basically. Yeah. Let's be real.
Yeah, true.
That place was max 40 people.
Max capacity, yeah.
Fun. A lot of speeches. Your speech was fun. Fun and short. And you told me that you Googled how to do a speech in a way.
Yeah. Well, I had to. And also, I also told you, because like you said my speech was short, but there were some things that were in my speech that I didn't actually say when I did the speech, because I thought it was getting too long, because I added some things that I thought of on the day. Oh, so I ended up adding some things that weren't originally in the speech, and because of that I skipped some things that were originally in the speech.
What did you skip?
Like Mikael said, I was there when he proposed to you. I had that story in the speech, but I skipped it.
That he threw a bag at me?
Yeah, when he threw the bag at you, yeah.
Cute. Were you nervous doing a speech?
Not while I was doing it, and I think I had too much adrenaline all throughout the day to really think about it. But once I'd done my speech, I was like, sweet, now I can just do nothing.
I know, right? My work is done. Yep. It was honest work.
Honest pay for honest work.
Yeah. No, the food was good, the history was good, the music was good. We had no music, actually.
Yeah, I actually didn't really think about it until you said it.
Did not need it.
But you could have had like some background music or something. I didn't actually think about that until you said it just now.
No, it was absolutely not needed, because there's so much talking noises.
Yeah, like background ambience music, like classical music or some shit. I don't know.
What? Okay.
Spice Girls on a boombox.
True. Oh, we did the bouquet throw.
Yeah,
throwing the bouquet.
That was good.
I watched it.
Who caught the bouquet?
I watched it. Neighbor Stefan jumped in front of everyone and grabbed it.
It's such a funny clip.
Did you actually watch it?
Yeah, we watched it, because I saw it happen when it happened live, and then when he had done it, I was like, oh my god, please tell me you were filming that.
Oh yeah, and then you watched it.
Yeah, and then we watched it. We were all like, what the hell? Well,
yeah, because
he's just like
I equipped Patrick with both of my cameras. Thank you so much, Patrick, for the wonderful work. He was the MVP also of the entire day.
He did have cramps in his hands next day.
But that was the best gift he could. I couldn't thank him enough. He knows that. I know.
So are the pictures good and the videos? Like, are they good?
Yeah, everything is good.
Oh,
absolutely.
Good. Well, that's absolutely.
Good. He's a professional photographer.
Yeah. He did say that he was feeling better about it. Like once he got into it, he was like, "Yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing now."
Now,
because I saw in the reel too that he did B-roll in the hairdresser.
I saw
Very
that.
Proud of him.
Very
super good.
But you prepped him though.
I did.
With the
fair, but I was still very impressed that he did it. Just of like the shampoo bottles and like the area like around. I was like, "Look at you filming B-roll." Amazing.
B-roll. I love B-roll.
Yeah, I know you do.
B-roll queen.
Yeah, B-roll face.
Anything else funny that happened?
Well, I wrote in the things that I wrote lampshade, bouquet, speech, birthday hug, and then content for days. Because when you were opening the gifts, was it Mikael's mom on the card on their present? She had written. She had written many birthday hugs from mom instead of
and I'm reading it out loud, and people were like, No, you mean congratulations on the wedding, right? It's a wedding. Congratulations. But
Yeah,
no, I'm like, no, this says gratulerer med bursdagsdagen.
Yeah, mange bursdagsklemmer or something like that.
Happy birthday.
It was a Raymond that noticed, actually. He was sitting like on the table sort of closest to you. He was like, birthday hugs?
Cute.
And you were like, oh no, wait, I mean wedding, congratulations. Then you went back to read it and you were like, wait, no, it does say birthday hugs.
This tells me one thing. I'm taking one thing away from this, and that is people are marrying too rarely these days.
Yeah.
The people have birthday approximately once a year, you know?
And she has 8 kids, so she probably writes a lot of birthday cards.
Absolutely. That's the one. And no one has married, I think. I don't think. Maybe his elder sister did once.
Yeah, she has once.
Yeah, okay.
But still, she doesn't write a lot of wedding cards, so it was just so funny.
And there's no hope for the
birthday hug from mom. I was like, fucking mom.
Cute. From That's so cute. That's so wholesome. It's so wholesome. Do you think she got embarrassed by that?
I think so. She looked a little embarrassed.
Oh no. Cute mom. We love her. Cute mom.
Oh, so cute. She is a cute woman. Birthday hug.
Happy birthday. Many birthday hugs. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but more people need to get married and have a
because it was fun.
Because it was so fun.
You
know, neighbor Stefan has called me every day. I have another funny story also, but I'm gonna say this first. And he's called me every day now and said it was such a day, such a fun day. We have to make sure people do this more, you know, sort of thing. But the other story that I just remembered, you know, on the wedding night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, we went to a sort of deluxe room sort of thing, high up in a
hotel room, not just a room. You didn't just go to a deluxe room.
we went to the guy on the second floor.
Yeah. You went and rented the room next to him. You were like tapping the wall, Morse code. Good night.
No, we went to the hotel, you know, and no one is supposed to, you know, bother someone on their wedding night. Am I right?
Yeah,
Isn't this like an unwritten rule somewhere?
Yes, not even. I'm pretty sure it's probably written somewhere.
Leave them alone, sort of thing. Guess who called? I think I said.
I know who called. Yeah.
Consoler cousin. The music was good. The history was good. Consoler cousin.
Yeah.
He's called Neighbor Gaming on YouTube. It's my cousin, obviously. He was like calling like 11 at night and said, yeah, that was a good wedding. How are you? Hi, how are you? Yeah, that was good. That was fun. Sort of like,
I know.
I'm like, yeah, sure. This is our wedding night.
This is our wedding night. Could you call some other time?
Could you not?
But the thing, because he called to Mikael's phone, right? And I because when you told me this on Sunday that he'd called, I was like, why did you answer? And Mikael was just like, well, we were just in bed, we were done. I was like, oh my god,
did he say that?
Yeah. He said.
Yeah, I was. Luckily for everyone, I was at the point where I was just going through the pictures on the cameras. Actually, we were about to go to sleep. Actually, but cringe. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cozy time, and you know, hotel breakfast and stuff, and just cute. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah,
cute,
adorable.
But
you said you're gonna make a video, like a vlog video sort of thing, and then you're gonna make like a unlisted secret version with all the speeches and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
The private version that I'm gonna share with only the people that participated, because it's you know, no one from the United States want to hear your speech sort of thing.
everybody wants to hear my speech. Let's be real. But I was because I want to hear your dad's speech again, because your dad's speech was super nice.
You think so?
Yeah, it was so cute.
Snorri's playing. Sorry, Snorri. Snorri. Yeah, yeah. A lot of the speeches were cute. Ingrid's, sister of Mikal's speech. That was rather long. I was thinking to myself, she did not Google how to do a speech at a wedding.
She definitely didn't
because
know.
you Googled it and it said it should be 3 minutes long. It should
under
start
5 minutes.
Under 5, and it should start with some sort of basic introduction. Should not include a lot of inside jokes that not everyone is gonna, understand. You should not roast. Roast is that? Yeah. Not do that. She did all this.
Yeah, she did all of those things.
It was super long, full of inside jokes, and a lot of roasting. Good one though.
It was basically 10 minutes of her just saying how shit Mikal is.
And how shit all her brothers were.
Yeah.
There's no hope for you guys ever getting married and stuff. And his side of the family probably sat there laughing because they know her, and all the
exactly.
My side of the family were like,
because that's the thing, because like there are two groups of people who don't know each other, sort of thing. So you have to be careful with like what you say that might not come across as the I feel like your grandma was kind of sitting there a little bit, like she was straight across from me on the table, and she was kind of sitting there a little. She had her facial expression was a little tight at that moment.
I know, right? So I sent over all the pictures to you. Are you sure you don't like any of the pictures taken?
I'm not saying I don't like any of them. I'm just saying that a lot.
Yeah. A lot of them what?
I was picking out the worst ones when we were talking about it last night, because
oh my god, them on Discord?
There are some hilarious. I could do that maybe.
Share some of them, but some of them you think are really bad.
Some of them are so bad though that it's just incredible. The feet situation is not going on Discord. We cannot trust the feet people.
True, because at one point when I was in the princess dress and you were my servant of the day, I probably at one point asked you to pick up something from the car or from the second floor library with the guy. And you took your shoes off so that you can run faster for me, I guess. And in one picture you're without shoes on and you're like, what is happening with my feet?
They're so hilarious. So like if I was less self-conscious if I was less self-conscious about my feet, I would totally share this on Discord so everybody could see it, but it's just so horrific.
You think you have wide feet. You have said this on a video.
I mean, the thing is, in the friendship Q&A on your video, I say it. But this is a whole nother. I'm looking at it now.
I'm just laughing at your reaction. Your reaction is brilliant. I see nothing wrong.
You don't? This is like, these look like the legs of like one of my patients at work with like
what?
It's so terrible. So I'm sorry to everybody listening to Diskydisk who want to see my feet in a very unflattering I just looked at the whole picture. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but no.
So what's your most memorable moment of the entire day? I have one more story, but I want to hear your first.
To be honest, the most memorable thing to me probably was when we forgot the bouquet though, because that's in the forefront of my I fucked up brain. To be fair to you, I'm not taking that away from the day. So that was just like 1% of the day for me. Because we corrected it. I know, but for me, it's a little bit. It's like I would have been
sad. I would have been sad if I had to walk the aisle with one awkward empty hand. I would have been sad. But we corrected it and it went fine. So never mind that. Don't think about that. It's a funny story now. That's it.
Yeah. Sort of.
You did your job well, more than well.
Thank you.
And in one video clip, I see you, you're standing behind me and just putting the umbrella over me and stuff. I didn't notice that. I'm seeing now in the videos how much of a servant you were to me.
Well, I was supposed to be.
You took the job so seriously. I loved it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, and my last story, I guess, is when we cleaned up the entire house the next day, which went very fast and smooth because the kitchen guys did most of the work the day before. We were just standing there and I told you were one of the friends that has really been with me all the time. You were there for me on the day. Don't cry. And I gave you that sort of little pep talk. And you teared up, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that made me cry because that
made you actually cry.
Yeah,
I saw your eyes turned red, and you cried.
Yeah,
was that such an impactful moment?
Yeah, because that was so cute. I was like, oh, I love you.
Because there were some friends that didn't show up. Just gonna have that sad that I thought we're gonna.
Yeah,
but weird. You were the one.
I carried.
You were the one that did everything for me that day, and I will just never forget that, what you did for me. Yeah, don't cry.
Sorry, I'll keep it in check.
Okay, that was all the wedding story for me for this time, I guess.
For this, for now.
For now, until next wedding, guys. Kidding.
Yep. I mean, I was thinking I'm probably not gonna go to another wedding. Except for my own. Yeah, I don't really, because I don't know anybody who's gonna get married.
What? That's what I mean. No one is getting married anymore. What the hell?
I know, but I really don't think any of I don't have any friends who would get, like, the friends I have that aren't already married and I didn't participate aren't going to get married at this point. I don't think. Like, the only option, maybe I have a cousin. She might get married, maybe. But
okay,
but I'm very unlikely to go to another wedding that isn't my own.
Do you think weddings are not trendy anymore? Trendy, as if they have been trendy.
They're not as in as they were in the 1800s, but
yeah, I know, it's sort of
not fashionable
anymore. People are more like, we're together, that's it.
Yeah,
let's not make it too official, because
yeah, true.
less embarrassing if you're gonna split, sort of thing. I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But
why though? I mean, it's the exact same. Well, not the exact same thing. The only difference is you have to go notify the state that you're breaking up. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I know. That's the one. That's it.
Yeah.
A breakup is just as hard.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you are in the papers, sort of thing.
Oh wait, should we should we not talk about this? Should we talk about how much your wedding cost?
Okay, cool.
Or is that no? I mean, that's up to you. It's your situation.
No, it was 6,000 United States dollars.
Yes, correct. Is that a lot of money though for a wedding, like in general?
And I'm gonna have
a wedding.
I mean, my princess dress was 2K.
Mm-hmm.
The food was 4K.
Mm-hmm.
The rings were 8.5K. The house with the man inside were 3K.
Mm-hmm. But this actually, because I just googled it, the average cost of a wedding 2020 was $20,000. But like the 6K that you just said is what you ended up actually paying. But you had a lot of situations where you didn't actually pay the sponsored. Yeah,
my mom and my dad sponsored like a cake and some flowers and decorations, and gave us some spending money for that.
And your wedding rings?
And my mom bought my wedding rings. Yeah, we saved money from that. They were gifts, they're wedding gifts for us.
And then also the food.
And also they gave some other gifts. So yeah, and the food, that was because we knew a guy, and a friend of the family that said, I want to do it for free, sort of thing. But we pushed 2K onto him. No way, 2K. We pushed $200 onto him.
Yeah.
We pushed it. And I feel like I saved the most money on having Patrick as a photographer.
And also in Norway, it's free to marry in the church and, all that stuff. The place, the location was free because Norway.
Good. I mean, isn't that a thing anywhere?
No, I'm pretty sure you have to pay for it everywhere else.
Okay, cute. And on top of that, we got a lot of gifts, So actually, in all actuality, if I can sell my wedding dress, this wedding was for free.
Yeah, you made money.
Yeah, I made money.
You made money getting married.
Recommend it.
Yeah, highly recommend getting married. How's the coffee maker, by the way? Is it good?
I love it. I want to make coffee every day. Yeah, Smeg coffee machine.
Yeah,
so cute.
It is cute. I actually just watched a show on Amazon Prime that I finished today, where they, like, every time they go into the kitchen, they have one of those Smeg coffee makers.
Oh, the actual Smeg one.
Yeah, that's the blue version, or
cute.
Like teal color version.
Is that a worldwide brand? Or I thought it was. I thought it was just a Norwegian brand, actually.
No, Smeg brand.
Smeg
technology with style.
Cute.
That's what it says when you go on their on their internet webpage.
Oh yeah, we also got a pizza oven. Sort of like,
oh yeah, that was so what the hell.
Yeah, and we got a weather station. What the hell is that? What is that? We got a kitchen scale. And you know, I weighed my cat Snorre.
Oh,
he is 2 kilos. Such a big boy.
Damn.
He eats so much.
I weighed the Winston and Lucio yesterday, and they're only 1.6.
Snorre is a big boy. Such a big boy. He's growing fast. I'm like, what?
He must be, because that's big boy.
Yeah, he's gonna be really big. I love it. Love him.
I love it when it's really big.
You do.
Yeah.
A well-placed "that's what she said" never gets old, as you say.
Yeah, it's true.
You have to crawl under. That's what she said.
That's what she said. I had to sneak. I think that's the only "that's what she said" of the day, though. So at least I made it in. LOL. That's what she said.
Well, good. Good. Okay. Are we gonna change topic then? Maybe a tiny bit.
Sure.
Played lately.
Lol.
My note says I haven't had the time, lol, and your note says lol. LAL. Like
lol.
Lol. But I saw you played World of Warcraft, actually.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't really, at this point, playing World of Warcraft doesn't really, it doesn't count anymore.
At this point, it's not a game.
It's not a game anymore. It's the lifestyle.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I haven't had the time.
I'm actually at the point, like right now, like you go through cycles of different things I do in WoW, but at the moment I'm in a phase of just grinding in WoW. as the meme goes, I'm just grinding. That's all I'm spending my time doing.
I'm just grinding in WoW.
Just grinding. WoW.
Yeah. Which games do you want to play?
I don't know. I'm not really in a very gamey mood.
I'm not done with 2 Point Campus.
Oh, same. I'd not even finished all the levels.
Oh, you know what? I went to recycle all the bottles, the soda bottles from the wedding. And I, the bottle machine, it said, as it always does, needs to be checked by the people that work here, sort of thing. The error message. And I'm standing there like for a good 10 minutes, letting my mind wander. And I thought of 2 Point Campus, and I thought of, what if 2 Point Studios made a store version of 2 Point? 2 Point stores, and then you could manage where you're gonna have the milk aisle and the bread and the groceries, all the grocery stuff, and have a machine that recycle your bottles, and and you hire people that work there, and also in the back rooms,
Yeah,
it's gonna be such a thing. And then eventually, like, you make a mall with electronic store with its own stuff. You can make several rooms, a clothing store.
I'm following you.
Drugstore.
That's
such an idea. Maybe
we should email them.
We could email them and say, we want to be in the credits roll, and I want a review code when that's finished.
I'm sure they'll make something. They'll make something more. I'm sure. Like
2 Point stores. You heard it here first.
2 Point shopping.
That was what I was thinking about today. Yeah, 2 Point shopping. What? I like the word stores more, or it could be 2 Point malls. Wait, what? 2 Point grocery stores. Lord.
Mall is an American word though, and 2 Point is a British company. So.
So what's the British equivalent of mall?
Shopping center.
Cute. Shopping center. 2 Point shopping center. Heart.
Yeah.
Emoji. Yeah.
Adorable.
But do you like that idea?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like anything 2 Point. So
yeah, let that idea sink in.
Let it sink in.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. That was all played lately.
Just grinding and WoW.
I want to continue Xenoblade Chronicles 3 though. Just I'm gonna have that said. I'm working on my review, as I've said, for 2 weeks now. But now I've actually gotten to the mid section of gameplay. Which is the most edit heavy section of all of my buy or not reviews.
Is your wedding video kind of like, do you want to do that more than you want to finish the review, or are you focusing on the review first?
I'm jumping between them right now because I feel like I have to get that review out before the end of August, because because I'm promoting my store, IRCHAgaming.com, in that video with the review code, I almost said, with the discount code Ircha10. It still works, by the way, to all the listeners. You get 10% off all Nintendo credit. This is an ad, I guess. And I need to get that out before the end of the August, or else people will be like, the code doesn't work.
The end of the August.
So cute. So yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah. You said in my wedding on Discord.
Yeah, inside it.
Inside your wedding.
I took so many pictures and videos in my wedding. And you were like, no, it's at your wedding, not inside your wedding.
You're inside your wedding.
Styggt. Herregud.
Ja.
Ska vi runda av?
Ja, nu må vi runda av.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for listening, everyone, to Diskydisk. Leave a rating on your place that you listen to it, which means YouTube, Apple, whatever, Spotify, and a comment down below. And please be more active on Discord this week, because there was like nothing. We had nothing to read.
Yeah.
What
even happened last week?
Yeah. So that was the wedding story, exclusive on Diskydisk. What? You did good.
Thank
Everyone
you.
Did
so
good.
Did you.
Yeah, I just did what I had to do. I was not nervous
Good job.
all the entire day. I was so certain, and I enjoyed my day to the fullest.
Same. It was such a good day, though. I mean, neighbor Stefan's right. It was super amazing day.
We're gonna talk about it for years to come.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening to Diskydisk. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.